What's going on, y'all, man? Welcome back to the channel, man. Happy Friday, man. So, y'all know we got to break down the film of Larry Moon III, right? He just committed to Georgia Tech. Didn't have a chance to yesterday. Busy day. But, I got to get you guys supplied. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys are satisfied. All right? So, make sure you guys always like, comment, subscribe, hype up this video, man. We're going to break down Larry Moon III. And for some fans that have been hitting my DM, why, Naj, do we still have a 25 class? Why have we not moved up? We're going to break down that as well and talk about why that is the case. Coming up today on the show. All right, what's going on, y'all, man? Welcome back to the channel. So, y'all know today, like I said, we're breaking down Larry Moon, him committing to Georgia Tech, and the landscape. So, we're going to start there, y'all, about what's going on with Georgia Tech. Why has the class not moved up? Before we get into the film and what he brings to the table. Now, the kid is listed, Larry Moon, as a four-star prospect. 247 has him in safety, but he's going to probably play corner for Georgia Tech, right? So, when we look at this class, and we break it down. It's number 25 national, number 5 in the ACC, right? As compared to 247. I think I just seen theirs. Where did theirs go? Larry. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what happened. There we go. Okay. So when you look at this one, right? So we're gonna go instead of the 247 sports, we're gonna go composite, right? Which is everything, right? They were listed as 24. So the biggest question is, why has this not moved up with the commitment? And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think it is because the commits they're getting, while they are really good, I think they're lower end 4 stars, which is not bringing up this class, right? When you look at, Justin Weeks, who, like I said, at his cycle at one point was rated very high, right? And he was considered a top 10 player in the state at one point, right? Now, obviously, that has moved down, but number 281 nationally, right? And then you go look at Larry Moon, he's number 340 nationally. He's on the fringe of a 3-star almost to a sense and a degree with a 90 overall rating, right? So I think that's why you haven't seen necessarily the movement on a 247, on a 0-3, where you see teams like Kentucky rated higher and California and those type of caliber teams, because I think the star rating, like they're higher booking 4 stars. I'm not saying I agree. I think Coach Key's doing a hell of a job with this class. Already 24 commits. He's been outstanding. And I don't think they're done yet. Like I said, I think they're going to go 1 or 2 more, and then that's probably going to be it. But I do believe he's doing a damn good job with this class. But I believe that is the reason why. Now, I'm going to bring up a name to watch today at 1 o'clock, right? Joshua Salmon Pell, 6'8.5", 310. Got a chance to see him yesterday. Now, this one, in my humble opinion, if Georgia Tech is to land him, I think this should be the one that pushes them up. And the reason I say that is because you look at his rating, it's a little bit higher, right? He's a 92 overall or 92 overall rating on 247 Sports, 112 nationally, right? Number 16 offensive tackle, number 8 in the state of Georgia. He's a top 10 player in Georgia. The composite is even better. He's a 93.48, right? 159 nationally, number 16 offensive tackle, number 13 in the state of Georgia. So if they are to land him later this afternoon, that should help boost, in my humble opinion, the ratings, right? They should be able at that point to be trending on, instead of 24, 25, they should be near the top 20, right? But I think that is the reason why they have not necessarily moved up in the rankings, despite continuing to get commitments. I think it's because the guys have been getting, while they are good, I'm not saying they're not, for their ratings, they're kind of lower end booked 4 stars. This is a high end, could even potentially be a 5-star, if we're being humbly honest about Joshua Salmon Pell. So I think that's the reason why the ranking has been so low, and why it's been where it's been at for Georgia Tech, and why they haven't moved up more. It should be in the teens. So if they land Joshua Salmon Pell, it should move up a lot more. So that's my thoughts. That's my opinion. Now moving to Larry Moon, right? He's interesting, and this is the reason why I think the rating is the way what it is for Georgia Tech overall, right? He's a consistent 4-star according to Rivals, but it's an 89.15, right? It's not like a 93, 94. When you start trying to get 4 stars, right, and you want rankings to go up, you need the high end booked Four-star caliber players, top 50, top 60 nationally, right? So this guy, still a very impressive player. He's rated as an 89.15 overall, 87 on Rivals, 82 ESPN, but that is a four-star building, right? Top 141 nationally. And then on 247, he is a three-star, but it consists of four. So I think that's the difference of why, like I said, you're seeing what you're seeing, but the kid can play, right? At IMG Academy, plays alongside Sincere Gaylord. So this is a guy that plays a little bit of everything. I think he's playing predominantly safety there, but he will be a cornerback when he comes down to the flats and for Georgia Tech. Okay, so major commitment, right? This is the first big one they got at the cornerback position. You needed it because you didn't have any in the cycle. Two safeties committed to MJ Burnett, and then you look at Julian LZ as well. But Larry Moon helps fill out that secondary. You need to at least get a piece. Now you got some young thoroughbreds in there: Trey Stevenson, Jayden Terry, Elgin Sessions, those guys at the cornerback spot. But you needed somebody else to kind of be young coming in, learn the system, learn everything like that. So we're gonna break down this tape. We got this pulled up right here, and we're gonna say what the tape says and everything he brings to the table from his junior season. All right, like I said, playing the quarterback position, playing out boundaries, playing off. Okay, so you're responsible. Safety coming over top. Great positioning, right? Exactly what you want to see. Right, staying tapped toe for toe with this guy, doesn't interfere, and gets the PBU at the end. Okay, I love this one. Okay, this one's more press. Okay, good footwork. Good job flipping the hips, turning the head around. That's excellent, right? Excuse me. The reason you like this play is because he makes it tough for the receiver, right? He ain't got his hand on, but look at him turn his head, right? Most defenders, young, they mess up here because they don't turn their head around, right? But then you don't make it a way where this quarterback can fit this throwaway. It's going to have to be a spectacular play. And then as you guys can see, the receiver's already out of bounds, right? So it's impossible because the coverage was so good by Moon that there was going to be no place to fit that football. Okay, here he is off coverage. I love the press how he did though, how he flipped the hips, right? Good job getting at the point, coming off, and then like I said, staying in phase every single time. So very disciplined corner to say the least. Oh, I love that. Right there, just helping his teammates. Nothing too crazy, but if you have a corner that can come off a blitz, especially at the boundary and go make a play, that's what you love, right? Remember, Amari Harvey for Georgia Tech was one of those blitzing corners. He could make those plays in the open field, and you know what I'm saying, he could tackle very well. Like you're gonna need that if you're Georgia Tech, a physical guy that can make that difference, right? 5'11", I think 180 for Moon. Okay, here. Play recognition. This is gonna be a screenplay. Right? Love that. Overpower the perimeter blocker and then go help your teammate and go finish the play. That's what you need. You need that physicality on the outside. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what you want. Okay, here we go. Another press in the red zone. Okay. Staying in phase. That's good. That's good. Only thing I say is just, have to be careful with the hands there with the little kind of like the pull, the tug right there. Outside of that, that's a great positioning. So that's what I love so far, the positioning. A little handsy, but love the positioning of what Moon's bringing to the table. Okay, we got another press. Okay, staying in phase. Good job. Good coverage. I mean, yeah, he got pressed down packed. Good press man corner. And that's what they're gonna be playing in this new system under Jason Seymour, right? More aggressiveness. Here, good job. Turn your head. He did that. See how he's turning his head around a little bit? This is good coverage to me. See how he's turning his head a little bit, stay in phase, and then you give the quarterback nowhere to throw the ball. So, to me, he has some shutdown corner tendencies for sure, right? And then, like I said, Georgia Tech has not had this in quite a while, right? Mari Harvey could do it. They wouldn't ask him to do it all the time, but just being able to blitz off that slot and being physical enough to go contain and go make a play, yeah, that's exactly what you want. Running through the tight end soul right there, and then making a play in the backfield. Okay, here he's playing more off, but the quarterback's coming his way. Get off the block, big time hit, make him let him know about it, make him feel it. I like that. Like I said, good physicality. See right there, good job turning the hips. Look, staying in phase, not giving the receiver any room right here, right? You know what I'm saying? Using your leverage to your advantage, and then boom, you see the turn of the head. So he's very disciplined, bro. I do like that about his game. Very disciplined, good footwork. See how he turn his hips, and then look at his head turn to the quarterback too to make sure he's in phase. That's excellent. So I see why they went and got him. I see the tendencies, I see the things he can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Very good corner here. This good play recognition. This is gonna be a zone coverage. You're gonna be responsible for this flat. Look at him turn, and then make a play on the ball right there, big time tackle in the open field. Okay, here, same thing. You're gonna be responsible for this area, that zone. Can you come up and go make a play? And as you guys see, hit right down. You know, what I'm saying only limits that to about a 4 yard gain, right? Exactly what you want. More off coverage, probably gonna be zone, right? They're gonna try to get it out quick, one on one. Can you block shed? He doesn't get the block, but one on one with this guy, excellent form tackle yet again, wrapping him up in the open field. Okay, let's see where he is. Okay, here he is right here, playing a little off. Okay, receiver's gonna be kind of running that. Let me see. What kind of route was that? Looks like it was like a stutter go. Yeah, stutter go. But it fades the whole time, man. So to me, good film. Very good film. I think it's something if you're Georgia Tech, when you think about Larry Moon, has that shutdown corner tendencies. I said 5'11", 180, 5'11", 190. I think really good technique, very disciplined, right? And like I said, he gives me shutdown corner tendencies. Like he can really lock down that cornerback spot for you for years to come. Really good tackler, can be used in different packages of blitzes. Very good press. Like I said, have to be careful sometimes with the hands, because you know how picky ACC be sometimes with that. But outside of that, makes plays on the ball. Only thing I think he was missing was maybe just a couple more interceptions. But you can't do nothing if the ball is not being thrown your way like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're taking away, you're turning your head, which he did pretty consistently. I think it's a pretty damn good job. So yeah, Larry Moon, really, really impressive tape. And I would say solid pickup for Georgia Tech for sure. I mean, like I said, the reason I don't think they got bumped up is because technically he's a lower end 4 star according to the rankings, but the kid can play without a doubt. So great pickup for them and great closing. At least getting one of the IMG Academy corners, which looks like Gaylord might end up going to Georgia, but that's a good pickup for Jackets and getting Larry Moon on to the flats. I'm gonna give this one an A-. I think they did really good with this pickup, and it's only gonna help out a secondary for years to come. When you had to be kind of picky, pick only about maybe one or two guys, I think you landed on the guy that you needed and you wanted for this class. All right, y'all. There you have it, man. Don't forget today at 1 o'clock is the commitment for Joshua Salmon Pell. So stay tuned for that, man. That'll be very fun, interesting to react to see where he chooses. So y'all stay tuned for that video. That will be premiering about where he decides to choose to go to. And like I said, much, much more. Man, appreciate you tuning in. And remember, it's always peace and love.